So let's talk about equipment. There have been some changes in 7.1. The item rating was increased to 328, moddable gear was reintroduced, and augments are now working in PvP. Starting in 7.0, set bonuses are now tied to implants. Upon reaching level 80, a mission becomes available on the fleet in the supplies section with the implant researcher. And this guy right here, his name is Launder Edwin. It's the same on pub side, same name. And so you can talk to him. Completing the mission that he gives you requires charging the device that he gives you. You don't have to do anything other than the most easy way to complete this is by playing 10 straight war zones, and losses count. So just go do 10 war zones and you'll unlock the ability to speak to SN4RK, the implant vendor, and he'll be able to sell you these items here, which are the packages which give you your set bonuses. And so these implants start at item rating 326, and I just recommend getting this mission out of the way as soon as possible, getting your 326 implant bonuses as soon as possible, basically once you hit level 80, because it's going to be the biggest boost to whatever class you're playing that doesn't just apply to tank, jug, or that's any class. Implants cost 25,000 credits, 60 commendations, conquest comms, 2,500 tech frags, and 20 daily resource matrixes. It costs the same to upgrade them to level 328. As currently understood, the 328 implants are best in slot for PvP if you're min-maxing your moddable gear with 330 mods and enhancements and barrels and hilts and such in your weapons. So if you're trying to min-max to the best stats, and I know some people probably like myself have already leveled up some of their implants to 330, so I'm going to keep this 330 set to level up for PvE. And then I'll be using the, I'll have to get another set and level it up just once to 328 so that I can, once I've completely min-maxed with the 330s. And we can talk a little bit more about that, but first let's talk about acquiring item rating 326 for PvP. So we'll just head over to the combat training area over here. The fastest method, actually, before we go there, for fresh level 80s, if you happen to have at least 12 Thyresian requisition caches save up, I shouldn't say for fresh level 80, but the fastest method for getting to 326. If you have 12 Thyresian requisition caches saved up from war zones, you've done a few weeklies maybe, and your gear just isn't quite there. You didn't know about leveling up to PvP. You've mostly been doing PvE. Get your implants first, obviously, like we already talked about, but then you're going to want to come talk to the Conquest Gear vendor right here. Her name is Kyla Tane, imp side. Her name is Mila Brandeis, pub side. And with her, you speak to her and you can purchase 12 pieces of 320 gear. So you're just basically going to want to purchase everything except for the packages, because hopefully you have those implants there. That's going to cost 180 conquest commendations, 217,000 credits. And then at this point, you'll want your 12 Thyresian requisition caches. Those look just like this. It's these like kind of red boxes with the green outline. You get these from the PvP Warzone weeklies. You get one per weekly. So if you've done 12 weeklies, you happen to have them saved up. Like I have a bunch of them in my cargo holds and such. Once you've equipped your 320 gear from the Conquest vendor, then you'll open these boxes. They'll give you a piece of 322 gear. You equip it. You'll get it boots. You equip that. Boom, boom, boom. Go through all your gear until all your gear is leveled up. You'll do that the 12 times, and that will bring you to item rating 322. And then from there, you're going to go over to the PvP upgrades, PvP gear upgrades, and that's going to be in combat training. And on the imp side, the name is Vorta Silean. On pub side, it's Kilara Laneth. And this is where you're going to level all your gear to 326. You'll only have to level up your gear twice with this method, which is great. So you'll come over to Vorta Silean, you'll talk to her, and you'll be able to then level up your gear twice. To 326 is just where you're trying to get to. Item rating 326. Now here, hopefully you do have 2 more Thyresians. So in total, this first method, you'll want 14 total Thyresian crates, because you do want 2 more of these requisition crates to go do this mission to unlock level 328. And just real quick, I do want to mention for unlocking those 2 rounds to 326, that's going to cost 360 Conquest Comms, 1050 Warzone 1 Accelerants, 360 daily resource matrices, and 2 million credits. So you want to have all that together just to level up to 326 once you've got your 12 crates and your item rating at 322 on Thyresian. Then you can do that, spend that to get yourself to 326. Once that's done, there's also one other method that we can talk about real quick, briefly. If you don't have those crates and whatnot, you can talk to, on imp side, Autio Threevil, and on pub side, her name is Joran, or his name is Joran Maris. It's in like the table. It's like behind like a kind of table. It looks a little different on pub side. This starts you can buy this gear, and this starts you at 316, and this is just going to take a while. It's going to take a minimum of 3 weeks based on the Warzone 1 accelerant cap, which is what you need to buy this stuff. So you can do it this way, but it's going to take a few weeks to get you to 326. And you can speed that up a little bit if you have those boxes. By the way, with these Thyresian requisition crashes, that'll always, you can always open that. That'll level up a piece of gear once, and your goal is just to get the 326. So you can purchase the Legacy Bound moddable gear, except the weapon and offhand, for 525 Warzone 1 accelerants or 3.5 million credits. And then leveling up from level 316 to level 326 without the boxes. You can do that here with this lady like you would, except doing it without the boxes from scratch. You're going to have to level up all your gear 5 times to hit 326, and that's going to cost 900 Conquest Comms, 2,625 Warzone 1 Accelerants, which is where the multiple weeks come in, 900 Conquest Comms, 5 million credits, and then again, the Thyresian requisition caches will speed this up. So now we can talk about acquiring 328 moddable gear. I haven't done it on this character. I saved it for this guide. So once you're at item rating 326, which actually I'm above because I use my gear from one of my other characters who's already done this mission, but your item rating needs to be at least 326, which just means 326 in every single slot. Once that's done, you're going to want to get yourself 2 Thyresian requisition caches. This is the easiest way to do this. Otherwise, you're going to have to like grind up some 326 gear, or hopefully you've got some extra 326 gear lying around or something like that. But it needs to be the Thyresian 326 gear that you'll be using for PvP, and we'll show you that in a second here. I have an extra crate, just an extra cache just sitting in here. I'm pretty sure I have tons of them. I'm pretty sure. Don't mind my messy thing here. Boom. All right, so we've got 2 of these now, and we're gonna go talk to Hyde, and Hyde's going to give us a couple of missions. You can only take one at a time. He's in the supplies section. He's going to be basically in the last spot where you can get the mods for leveling when you're like not level 80. So it's this like middle spot. It should be right here. It's the same on imp side and pub side in terms of where he is. So, there's the Conquest gear, there's that lady who sells good stuff, and that dude who's there on the weekends. And then here we have Hide and Seek here. And, that's a clever name that they've done, naming convention. So we'll come over here, and we're going to talk to Hide. So I want you to make some modifications for me. So here we go. We've got these 2 328s and these 2 330s. We're going to start with the 328s for now, for PvP. You'll ultimately need to do Master Mode, or I think Nightmare Mode actually, or I believe Story Mode for the new Operation R4 can get you the pieces you need for this as well. Otherwise, Nightmare Mode like Nimnefra can get you the pieces for 330. But for now, we'll do the 328s because we can achieve that straight through PvP. So we'll accept the first mission, 328 prototype modifications. You can only accept one mission at a time. And here's how we're going to do this. Now that we've got the mission, we're going to deconstruct the specific item. We're going to open a Thyresian requisition crash, which is going to give us a 328 piece. You can't take off any of your gear and like try to swap stuff around. You have to be item rating 326 to keep talking to this guy, at least 326. So you can't like try to level up one of your 326 pieces, take it off, or deconstruct it, go over and talk to him because you'll drop below 326, and then he won't talk to you anymore. So boom, there's one piece. Now we have this mission back.
Inagwa ko Chris Bakri. Makipuno
Really
mali.
good. It'll work. Absolutely. Those are the parts. Why did I? So now I can actually go and talk to Zeke over here, and Zeke will start selling me stuff. But he doesn't have everything we need. What we're missing right now, which you'll see I have in here, you'll see that my enhancements are all purple. And those are the better enhancements that we want to get. Those are the enhancement 95s. So to get those, we're going to go back to hide. And we're just going to have to talk to him again. So now we'll accept the other 328 mission. And from here, we'll go ahead and open the other Thyresian crate that we have. Second relic, no worries. We're going to break it down. 328, same deal as last time. Go talk to our friend again. And now we've got our 95s for our enhancements. You can, by the way, go up to all here and it'll show you beyond just your spec. It'll show you everything, so you can see all the available things. So that's how you get the 328 mods to place inside of your gear.